Welcome to today's episode of Rookies of 5K. We are at Summit Park today. Again, back in the Rookies. It's away we go for the first race of the episode. And, it's an episode I'm going to want to forget. It won't be easy to forget though, but I'm going to want to forget too. You'll see why. Anyway, into the first corner, making up a couple of positions. There's already a bit of contact in the field in front. The white car just lets us past, nice and easy. Making a little contact with the red and black car there, sends us off. I think it was my fault, to be honest. Nothing too bad though, just get it back on track and try and get back as fast as possible. A little bit later on in the lap, actually this is the next lap, I've made it back to the group in front. You see someone spun at turn 1. A couple corners later, I really didn't like that corner. I was just getting very wide every lap. And I just trying to get to the cars in front while keeping the guy behind me. And that's going to be easier said than done, as at this next corner I lose the rear end and around I go. You see, he goes past, I let another guy go past. A few laps later I decide, well, I'll do it again. So I have another look behind me. And that's pretty much all I did that race. It was just look behind me. I think I spent more time looking backwards than forwards, which isn't what you want to do by any means, but it's what I did. And then my wheel decided to just stop responding. All of my USBs just connected to my computer just turned off, apart from my keyboard and mouse, which was very weird, and my Stream Deck. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't finish the race. Wasn't the best race, but for sure wasn't my worst race, and you'll see what I mean by that. Not this race, but the race after, so stick around for that. This race though was pretty entertaining for me. I really enjoyed it. If you look at the chapters of this video, you'll see it's very spaced out by it. You'll see why. Into turn 1, a little bit of contact with the black car. Definitely my fault, I didn't leave enough space, but it's turn 1, so it's alright. Into the next corner, just around the outside, losing control a little bit onto the grass, and that lets everyone past again. So it's now a case of catching back up and overtaking once more. I play Gran Turismo, so that's pretty much what we're taught to do when racing against the AI. So using the slipstream, just catching back up as soon as we can. And it's very easy when they don't know how to brake. Certainly not for a corner like this one. I follow him wide. I don't go off unlike he does though, so I gain the position. Moving on in the laps, I catch up to the 2 cars in front. And they decide to just, again, make it pretty easy for me by just braking pretty inefficiently. What you want to do is trail brake, so brake later, and then slowly release the brake when you're going around a corner. It seems like that's, at least that blue and white car is just digital braking. It's fully on, fully off, in a straight line and then turn, which isn't what you want to do, but it is rookie class, so you gotta expect everyone of any skill set. So I'm not hating anyone for it. Just think it makes it easy. Into turn 1 now, and you'll see this yellow car, this bumblebee type looking car, just couldn't get past. I'm trying to force every overtake, every mistake that I can think of. I just couldn't get past. I really enjoyed it. So I'm thinking, this next corner, am I going to look up it, or am I just going to stick behind? And well, I decided to stick behind here, but as you can see, he gets a really good run out of that corner. There's a little bit of a gap that forms up between us, and that gets me worried a little bit. Am I going to keep with him, or is the gap just going to keep growing? He gets a little bit of an oversteer moment in the final corner, so he goes a bit wider. That slows him down a little bit. He gets a better exit somehow, though, than me, and, well, on to turn 1. I'm braking. I'm pretty good at turn 1, it turns out, of this track, and well, I catch up to not only Bumblebee, but to the 2 cars in front as well. Again, this corner, very wide, very uneasy on the exit of that corner, and Bumblebee just pulling away ever so slightly. Really getting on my nerves that he's getting further away. Into turn 1 once again, and just a little bit of oversteer on the exit there for me. Putting the throttle way too fast down, and you see that I'm just overworking the rear tyres this whole video. Bumblebee gets a little accident and I get a little accident, so we're about evens still here. Really fun though, and I'm having a lot of fun just watching these guys up in front and trying to stick with them. Not overtake them, just stick with them. It's having a lot of fun, I am. Into the final corner, and you'll see
leader is running 54.86.
Bumblebee, it's a massive moment. Manages to keep within the lines though, keeping it on the track. And it's an easy position for me. Not how I'd want to get a position from a battle like that, but that's how I got it, and I'll take it. Now it's a case of me defending while trying to catch up to the 2 cars in front. So we catch up to the 2 cars in front and we ditch Bumblebee. And it's near the end of the race. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and overtake these guys. And that's what I do to the black car. And now it's me versus Candy Cane. If you have a candy cane at Christmas, which was only a month ago, then this guy looks pretty much like a candy cane. That's why he's got that nickname. I'm just moving all over his rear end, just trying to put him off, trying to distract him, trying to force him to misjudge a zone, his acceleration, his turning, his braking, just trying to make him make a mistake. Yeah, you can see gaining a little bit on the braking zone. I'm really good on the brakes, but terrible on the exits. I was getting more confident with that previous corner as the day went on. Although this was the previous day from the race before, I had to log off after my wheel disconnected. I was pretty upset with that. And we're still just fighting with the car in front, not overtaking, just sticking with him is a lot of fun in iRacing. I was finding myself in all of these races, just trying to stick with the cars in front and not overtake. I was having a lot of fun just being next to a car. Down the inside, I decided I'm not actually going to go for it. I'm just going to look down there, just so he gets the thought implemented in his mind that I might go for it at any time. Back through this corner, you can see very close to his bumper. I don't want to touch him, don't want to hit him, don't want to get any more instant points. Down the inside, I do send it. We get the spotter coming in, and that sets him to go behind me. On to the final lap now. You can see this bunch of cars in the front. And the past 2 laps, I was gaining on them. I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to overtake them. At this point, I am going to overtake them. I overtake the Christmas car. Well, it's not Christmas anymore. Green and red, pretty Christmassy colours. And this little gaggle of cars here, this orange car, little love tap, and I'm just trying to get a massive exit compared to him. I don't get it though, across the line, and it's only good enough for P5. Fun race though, many fun battles. Well, that was a fun race. This was not a fun race. You'll see what I mean. Into turn 1, you'll hear the audio's just gone up. Apologies about that. So we get a car on the inside, that's what it is expected. Starting on the outside, a little bit of a love tap, door-to-door bumper. Really unsettles my car. You can see me really overworking the tyres, putting too much throttle down, and I just have a look behind at the instant, and then someone drives into me. Now, this really angered me. I was sitting there for a good while, so let's have a quick look at his onboard. So he's coming around, there's an instant behind me. Alright, that's what happened. And let's have a look where I am. Alright, and he just keeps turning into me. I was really annoyed about that. Apparently, I'm the only person annoyed about that he took so long to react to my car. But, oh well, we'll see me do something pretty similar later on in the video though. Now it's just a case of me trying to get back to the front with as little instant points as possible. Little love tap sends me spinning right to the back of the pack, and well, currently I've already racked up 7 instant points. That's not what you want when the limit is 17. Again, another off-track moment gets me up to 8 instant points, and I'm halfway on my allocation with 2 minutes on the clock. A thwack on the side there from the other car just sends me off track with more instant points, so you can see I'm now up to 12 instant points. Any more incidents, I'm done for. I already had a massive vibration under braking from that turn 1 incident. Turn 1, that lap 1 incident with car number 2.
Oh look, it's car number 2. What a familiar number.
It's almost like I'm predicting something there. What happens here? Well, he slows down, seemingly just takes me out for no reason.
Still there, hold your line.
I'm fuming at that. I'm so angry. So let's just have a quick look. Let's end this with this on board. He gets oversteer and he clips me. So it's not his fault. Very unfortunate. And it did reset my safety rating. So next episode next week, back to 0. Square one.